Okay, hello everyone. Time for some Chess960. Let's start with d4 this time. Another a bit lower rated player. But I have had the need to not put the challenges any rating allow only up some rating to join, because it does seem to take quite a while before anyone takes the challenge, so interesting move, e5. Maybe we should just take it and play b3. Because after, let's say, rook takes, I play b3, challenge the rook a bit, and if my opponent defends the rook, then bishop to b2 should be quite good, perhaps. There might be also ideas of bishop a3 check, but they don't seem all that dangerous just yet. Now we shall see where the rook goes. Well, at some point anyway, when my opponent decides to move. Of course, if it goes to d5, then c4's obvious move there. Bishop here, I guess rook to e6. Ah, rook there, eh? But that allows e4 to be played. Sure, bishop takes here first, and queen takes, and rook goes somewhere. I'm still quite confident about my chances to win. This seems quite good. I mean, this opens up the d1 h5 diagonal for the bishop, so my development should be somewhat but okay, I have to take, obviously, and then the rook moves somewhere. Well, queen check here doesn't do much because of d6. Should I go to e5 with the pawn? Maybe I should. And threaten the rook once more. If it goes back to f5, sorry, then knight g3 kicks the rook around once more. There are, of course, other options. Check here, perhaps, after rook f5, and maybe after d6, then play bishop here, winning some material. Okay, goes there instead. Check here. pawn here, takes. I mean, the king there is very problematic, and of course the h2 pawn is under attack now. Should I care about it? I mean, h3 after all of this seems very passive, but I guess I have to do this. I don't want to give up the pawn just yet. Okay, queen activated now, so I think I still should get some more pressure to the well, I could do the bishop f3, bishop there and trade those guys, but it's not a good idea, I think. Might go knight to g3. Want to go to f5 with the knight. In order to get more control over d6 and of course attack the rook. Perhaps so. Oh yeah, I have to be somewhat careful about these checks too, so. But okay, c4 should be sufficient. Or even bishop to e2. In some cases. And somehow this hasn't gone maybe as well as I would have liked. But, well, okay, that traps the rook there, so knight f5 is even stronger now. But what about queen to a3 check? Of course, playing d6 is completely disastrous. I think I'm gonna play knight f5 first, because of if I play queen to a3 check, then maybe knight to e7 is a move, so this at least wins the exchange, so it definitely is a good move. However, it also opens up the G file, perhaps, depending what my opponent wants to do. If my opponent goes to the square h4 with the rook, then knight takes h4. Knight takes, and it might not be that good. Sure, my opponent's pawn structure remains more intact, but well, that doesn't actually actually threaten stuff, so I could take the rook. I could also check here. If check here takes, it's the problem I have is that with bishop here, if c4 then knight to d3 is a thing, getting the exchange back. Taking the rook now might be a bad idea. So I think I'm gonna check from a3. This might be the preferred way of doing things, and of course it avoids the knight fork, and of course I didn't see that at all. Oh well. But now I can do that and then play bishop to f3, for example. So what? I guess that is a mouse slip. If I ever seen one, I mean, certainly my opponent wanted to take on h6, but wasn't able to do so. So okay. Now for the analysis of this game. I mean, I'm quite sure that I should be winning regardless, but that certainly helped a bit too much. I would have taken the rook next, I guess. And there would not be any reason to continue, so. Now for the computer analysis. Okay, now that the analysis is done, can look a bit. So the e5 already doesn't seem like a good idea. All of this just gave me more play, and rook f5. Wow. The computer actually chucked chests that d6 was indeed the best move and give up the exchange. Well, of course, after bishop takes, and it's a bit annoying, so actually taking the exchange is perhaps a bad idea. It creates some difficulties that may give some compensation for black, so. But okay, f4 still quite risky looking move. Don't see the point of it really. Alright, so okay, it's seems even with my inaccurate moves at times, I was never in real trouble. And okay, I realized that I did not actually look the two previous Chess960 games from the Openings Explorer at all. d3, interestingly enough, is the most common move, it seems, and e4 next. But actually I do like d4 here quite well. And it seems it scores quite well, with the average rating of the players being 1869. And, you know, lower rated players, it seems, have played b3. Okay, e5. D takes e5. Wow, only 2 games, and after rook takes e5, b3. Yeah, all of this seems quite logical. For some reason though, the move order might have been different, because now it seems there's 3 games here. I think there wasn't that many earlier. So f5. I mean, rook to f5 been bad, and rook e6. It was the move I anticipated. It seems a bit better square for the rook, but it might have some ideas on pressuring f2, but would need to develop the queen to maybe a7 and then do something, or if the bishop survives, then play it to h4 or something, but even then it doesn't seem all that dangerous. And now we went to a different path than people have previously played. And of course somewhat lower rated 1500 players. One game before this, in 2014, and knight c3 was played there. I mean, I'd really like e4. Opens this bishop up, and but okay, even after knight c3, everything should be okay. I think this e4 move gives quite more initiative, so, and force my opponent to take here, perhaps. And yes, other option is to play knight g3, I guess. Here previously in that one game, knight c3 was in order to not trade the bishops, but I'm not that worried about the bishop trade, to be honest, so. And yeah, it was quite one-sided game. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye bye.